If you haven't been living under a rock, you've probably seen the face used in this video's thumbnail. I'm not going to bore you with the full 30 seconds, but here's the Cliff's Notes version. Do people even use Cliff's Notes anymore? What the fuck? A husband gives his already fit wife a Peloton exercise bike as a Christmas gift. She vlogs the ups and downs of her fitness journey and gets emotional when she shares the results with him a year later. Well, the internet hated it and the backlash was swift. The ad titled The Gift That Gives Back was labeled as creepy and sexist. Critics were pointing out that the woman was already slim at the start, and the implication is that her husband thinks she needs to be even skinnier.
But the thing is she's not gonna say no. She would never say no because of the implication.
The outrage was so bad that $1 billion was wiped off the brand's value. Kind of the opposite of what an ad is supposed to do. According to Business Insider, the spot was made by Mekanism, an ad agency in San Francisco, but also has offices in Seattle, Chicago, and New York City. Now clearly Mekanism isn't proud of this one. It's not on their website, it's not in any advertising publications that I can find. Just like some kind of ad mafia, Mekanism has erased almost every shred of evidence that they even had any part of this. Thank you, Business Insider. The thing is, Mekanism has created some pretty great viral sensations over the years. Ads for Brisk, Planet of the Apes, the White House, Pepsi's countdown for Super Bowl 47. You get the point, they've done a lot and won an award or two. It's interesting to look at what the agency did the previous holiday season, a campaign that is on their website. They produced two videos that run parallel with each other, the first titled More to Give His, and the second More to Give Hers. In the His version of the ad, we see the husband uncover a Peloton clearly marked for his wife, and he uses it whenever she isn't around, surprising her at the end with the bike. In the Hers version of the ad, we see her find the bike, use it when he's not around, and act surprised when she gets the bike as a gift. These two ads must live in two different universes, where only one spouse uses the bike, because somehow they never run into each other, and the endings are slightly different. Wow, I'm probably spending way too much time on this. So why wasn't there outrage in 2018 when these ads came out? Same scenario of a fit wife getting an expensive exercise bike as a gift, but there's not one single angry tweet about this. It's because those two ads didn't have this, or this, or this.
That smile. That damn smile.
This is the face that launched 1,000 ships, if those ships were little Twitter vessels armed with easily triggered keyboard warriors. Sure, the fact that she's vlogging is a little cringy, but this isn't even the first time Mekanism has done a fake vlog before.
Day 1, 50 Peloton rides to start the year. Here we go.
So that's not the reason. Without the face, there just isn't enough meme fuel to rocket this ad into the bowels of the Twitterverse. In fact, the actor of the commercial, Monica Ruiz, even comes up with this theory herself. She was interviewed on Morning Talk Show Today, where she points out that the ad was out for 3 weeks before the internet caught wind of it and started the fire that is Peloton Girl.
I'm telling you, it was my face. That was the problem. And it just went, exploded from there. She looks worried. And I'm like, oh no, my eyebrows.
They moved.
They moved. They ask you how you are. You just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
So I really don't think this ad is anywhere near a like some other critics do. The ad is just tone deaf and completely unrelatable. Not the part about getting an exercise bike for Christmas, because if that is the kind of gift you want, a Peloton is the most luxurious brand to get. The unrelatable part is a person who would be excited about getting the bike would immediately become nervous to use it, vlogging to an imaginary audience and creating a year-long documentary being so thankful and forcing their husband to watch it on the big screen. Because she was so unrelatable, it ended up creating a universe where people were obsessed with the Peloton Girl story. They needed to know how it ended, and the internet did just that. The ad titled The Gift That Gives Back ironically started living up to its name. SNL relentlessly made fun of it.
Peloton, you better keep it tighter than the babysitter.
Funny or Die made a Black Mirror parody of it.
Thank you. Help me.
Thank you.
And one of the most popular tweets came from Eva Victor, who created a parody of the ad about how somebody would react if they didn't want an exercise bike as a gift.
Divorce me. Sorry, yeah, no, but you were a douche, so.
Within days of the internet exploding over Peloton Girl, Ryan Reynolds arrives on scene. I'm about to go off the rails here, but stay with me for a minute. After the marketing success that was Deadpool 1 and 2, Ryan Reynolds saw the positive benefits of a marketing team with half a brain. He ended up stealing that same marketing team and started his own advertising agency named Maximum Effort, which is the same name as that highway scene in Deadpool that Reynolds himself originally leaked. But I think that's a story for a different video. But what is relevant here is his liquor brand, Aviation Gin. Maximum Effort creates an ad that mocks Peloton's commercial. Starring Ruiz in a sequel, it picks up where The Gift That Gives Back left off, Although this time there is no exercise, there's only martinis. Martinis to drown out the memory that is Peloton Girl. You can even see the attention to detail by hiding her hand that would have a ring on it until the last few frames. It's amazing to see how much creativity people could come up with just to rip on one single ad. And even though the initial repercussions ended up costing the brand $1 billion in value, the internet has an extremely short-term memory. In early 2020, we all know that the world flips upside down and forced half the population to start a YouTube channel. The other half of the population still decided that exercise is important and wanted to invest in a stationary bike. But what's the one stationary bike you've heard of in, I don't know, the last 20 years? With this one ad, Peloton gave itself the generic trademark treatment, where the brand becomes the term used for the product. Kind of like how every adhesive bandage is a band-aid. Every facial tissue is a Kleenex, and autonomous robot vacuums are all Roombas. Peloton is becoming the only brand people now associate when talking about subscription-based stationary bikes. So while this ad isn't good by any means, it's definitely not the worst ad of all time. This would be a pretty short series if it was. The point I'm trying to make is that Mekanism should be leaning into this ad, not trying to bury it. In fact, since March, the time when most of the world shut down, the stock price for Peloton is almost quadrupled, which is something an ad is supposed to do. Thanks for watching. This video is a little different than my last two videos, which you should totally check out by the way. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, let me know if you have any other trash ads I should take a look at. There's lots and lots and lots and lots of material to choose from.